Well, coach, second shutout of the season out there. What'd you see?
But I thought the team played well. Obviously, it's been a grind the past probably week and a half there. So, just staying in it mentally for the full 60. Obviously, didn't see much in the first there, and as the game went on, kind of saw a little bit more, and thought I did a good job just sticking with it.
When you look at what you wanted to develop on coming into this season, how do you feel you're doing so far?
Good. I think obviously consistency was a big part. Night in, night out, even when you're not feeling the best. So, it's been good so far.
Having a guy like Tokarski in the lineup, or not in the lineup per se, but have you guys learned anything from him? He's got a lot of experience.
For sure. Looking back at basically my whole career, John Lethman my first year, Michael Hutchinson last year, obviously Soup, and Hoos last year. Now Tokarski. Definitely a lot of older guys who you can pick their brain. Obviously they've been here, done that before. Tokarski, I think, holds the record. He was on that Norfolk team that won the most consecutive games in a row. So he's been there. He's seen the highs, and just trying to stay consistent with it.
And then Carter Guylander coming up from Toledo. Obviously, you know what that's like. Just what have you seen from him so far?
Oh, he's been awesome. Unbelievable, showing he can play in this league every given night, and it's where he should be.
And how does it feel, though, to be back in the lineup? You had 2 games back-to-back, then obviously they gave you a break. You're back tonight.
Yeah, it feels good. The last home game here was that loss, so and I think the last Texas game was kind of up and down, so maybe a goal or two I wanted back. So it was a good bounce-back game, I thought, for sure.
Yeah, and then is it get easier to come back when you have a team that rallies around you?
For sure, yeah. I've been lucky. The team's played really well in front of me. I think we've just found ways to win. Even each given way, maybe per se. And yeah, I thought we've done a good job throughout the year.
Thanks, Coach.
Nice.
A nice result for the team tonight. Different type of game from Friday night. What did you see out there?
Yeah, they were a much tighter checking team than the other night, and that's their style of play. That's kind of their bread and butter, is moving pucks north and forechecking really hard. And I thought they came out pretty strong, and we were kind of able to weather their storm a little bit. And I thought we did a much better job compared to the other night as far as managing pucks and being a little smarter at the blue lines.
Coach mentioned Friday that the game got emotional quick. Do you feel like emotions were more in check tonight for you guys? Yeah,
I think so. I think obviously we had the teddy bear toss, and then Vance got us going early the other night, and then Moyle was able to do the same tonight. And it's good energy, and it's a fun building to do that kind of stuff in.
And then walk me through your goal out there. Nice play by Gus along the wall.
Yeah, it was all Gussie there. I mean, he saw my stick and tried to just redirect it somewhere on the net, and fortunately went in.
15 goals for you so far this season. Does it kind of shock you how many you've been able to put in?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, I want to help the team as much as I can and produce offense, but it's been a lot of fun. Majority been playing with Shiner and Drizzy, and we got some good chemistry going, and it's a lot of fun to play with those guys.
Yeah, you always seem to be in the right place at the right time. Does that come from you being able to read the other team really well, or how is that happening?
I think, like I touched on before, just playing with some really good players has been awesome. And Drizzy's such a smart player, works hard, and Shiner's the exact same way, and really good on the forecheck, smart to make plays under pressure, and it's a lot of fun to play with him.
Yeah, no. One thing I'm enjoying about this team is that even though you're winning, if your win isn't a good win necessarily, you guys are just trying to constantly build from it. Kind of speak to that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the mindset, especially the first bit of the season, which we're still kind of in. The 15, 20 game mark, and I think anytime you can win those games early in the season, it makes a huge difference, in a couple months down the stretch. And we're finding different ways to win each night, which is great. But at the end of the day, you still want to just build that game every single night and, strengthen all the weaknesses that we've worked on, whether it be in video or practice, and just keep building on it.
Thanks, John. Another win for you guys. What did you see out there tonight?
I saw a very slow-paced snoozer game is what I saw. It happens. It does. I think I was expecting a little more energy and intensity of our own group. I'm sure down the hall they were as well. We didn't give up a lot. We didn't gain a lot. We scored at the right time when we needed to. I thought Coase was really good in net when he needed to be, and I thought we defended well. But overall, just the pace of the game was kind of slow. But to be expected. I mean, we had those 2 games against Charlotte here at home, went to Texas, came back, these 2 games. It's kind of been a long, drawn-out 6 games in bunches, but mentally that was a tough game, and our guys were able to prevail through it.
You mentioned Friday the game got emotional early. You think emotions were more in check tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I think we were disciplined that third. I think that was the biggest thing. We talked about it. We can learn from last game. We were able to kill off those 3 penalties in the third last game, that 5-on-3. There's 6-on-5, and we want to stay disciplined. And, we didn't overcomplicate the game. We kept it simple as much as we could. Try to keep pucks out of the middle of the ice. Try to keep pucks into the neutral zone, not icing as much. So just overall, just executed a simple game plan.
We're seeing a very consistent Sebastian Cossa so far this season. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been very good. Every start, he's given us an opportunity to win every game. It's just another opportunity for him and his maturity of his game, his preparation, and making sure that he's dialed in. The guys like playing in front of him, and he was working extremely hard in practice, and it's paying off for him.
It feels like Antti Tuomisto has really hit some strides over these past couple of weeks. Can you just speak on his development so far?
Yeah, I mean, he's I don't know, he had 30 points or close to 30 points last year. He's a good defenseman at this level, and same thing with him. When he's moving his feet, when he keeps it simple, he's very effective for us. He sees the ice well. He's got good vision. So it's just making sure that he's mentally dialed in. His feet are moving the whole time, and he's a really good defenseman at this level.
Now, the team is producing, but they're pulling out wins, but the games aren't necessarily been, as like you said, a little slow, a little snoozer, and the guys just want to build upon that. They're not resting on their laurels. Kind of speak about what that's doing for the team, that kind of ambition to keep going.
Well, I think it's just winning different ways. Like when we have energy, you can see the difference in the game. And when we don't have energy, we've got to play smart. And so you have to win different ways in this league, with different lineups, obviously, with the situation we're in, and guys find ways to do it. So I just think, regardless of what the type of game it is, if there's a team playing with pace, or we end up trying to play with pace, which is what we want, and we aren't doing it that night, well then, you got to have a good B game. And our B game is to make sure that we're playing smart hockey, responsible hockey, and capitalize when we can.
Thanks, Coach.
Good. Thank you.